Okay, first let me make sure that this is not conductive. Okay, but these things are conductive. All right. So here's a little experiment with the Krohn-Hite filter. The suspicion is that these capacitors are dodgy. When looking through Marshall Leach's drawers, I found these 100 microfarad non-polarized capacitors. Now, these electrolytics are supposed to be 500 microfarad, but listen to what happens when I put it in parallel. Do you hear how it went down? Now listen to what happens when I put something in parallel with that.
It fixes the signal.
Did you hear that?
Here, let me move the speaker closer.
Yeah, so obviously this is not the amount of capacitance that we want, but I just thought that was an interesting little experiment. We need to swap these out. Okay, we just did the same experiment over here, and it doesn't really make any change. So it's definitely this guy back here, but we might as well, you know, if this one went bad, this one is going to go bad eventually, so we might as well just swap them all out while we're at it.
So, do you mean swap out all four, or just the ones on this side?
Let's see how much of a pain it is to get to these two. Okay, so earlier I was putting the capacitors in parallel, so capacitances in parallel add.
And what if you put them in series?
Then they work kind of the same way parallel resistors do, so it's like 1 over the capacitance adds.
Oh.
Okay, another challenge. One of these heat sinks fell off of something, so we'll need to figure out what that went to. And we have screws on the top. Okay, this is on the bad side, the right side here. This is just to document where the red wire goes and where the 2 black wire goes. And over here, let's see, there's a gray wire over on this edge. I think that there's 2 black wires coming from the middle there. Okay, let me get a picture of that too. Okay, these come right out. Okay, this is the good side. I just want to make note that there's a ground wire that goes from the transformer to this cap furthest from the edge. And then there's a black wire that goes from the ground connection here over to the ground connection over here. And there's a whole bunch of grounds hooked here. So we'll need to keep track of all that. Okay, so this is the one that seemed reasonably good. It's measuring 584 or something like that microfarads. Okay, this is the bad cap. It's measuring 64 nanofarads. And we figured out where that heatsink was supposed to go, conveniently because we've got 2 versions of the board so we can compare. So what do you think about this old school construction?
I think it's beautiful and really well designed. Zoom out a bit. Let's get a full aerial bird's eye view of.
Yeah, so there's 10 decks on each of these switches. So believe it or not, here's a second Krohn-Hite unit, model 3202 filter, where the left side's okay, but the right side has this buzz. So same problem as the other one. But the first thing we noticed when we took it apart is, see how these screws are kind of not tied all the way in? Apparently having these screws in is part of making sure the whole unit's grounded. So the first thing we're going to do is screw these in and then try it. I didn't expect that to magically fix the buzz, but it was worth a shot. Let's scope the caps. Okay, so this is the cap that's furthest from the back on the non-working side. But the waveform we're seeing is pretty similar to the waveform we saw and the voltage range we saw on the working side of the other unit. So let's try the other cap. Okay, now we're looking at the cap closest to the end of the unit.
That's not right. That's not right. That is definitely not right.
So that's going between like minus 17 and minus 7. You know, that looks like the same voltage range and the same kind of waveform we had on the non-working other unit. So both of these units look like they failed the same way, where this cap was the problem. This cap's probably okay since we're swapping one, we might as well swap the other. Okay, and just as a reminder, the way the grounding works here, there's a ground wire that goes from this cap here over to that cap, and then there's a second wire going from here to the transformer. There's a bunch of other wires hooked to this guy here that go wherever. So I'm wondering, is there something about the design of this unit that the negative supply winds up more stressed than the positive supply? Let's see, this is a Sprague 500 microfarad, 25 volts DC, Can Negative, part number D46219, 6952-J. These are not currently available. If anyone knows of a good source for some modern equivalent, please leave a comment below. Of course, I can get other 500 microfarad, 25 volt DC electrolytics, but it would be really nice to have one that fits this particular form factor.